The Mayors Forum was formed years back by one of the mayors of Walvis Bay, King Mandume. And when I got into office, I found that the forum was dormant, so it wasn't active at all. And being the presidency was left to Walvis Bay. So the presidency is chose according to the town. And I decided to revive the Mayors Forum. And this is basically a platform where we bring mayors together to share ideas, knowledges, and challenges that we face as heads of the local authorities. And trying to find ways how we can really overcome these challenges and bring some of these challenges to the central government and see how they can assist us.
Mm-hmm. So obviously the forum facilitates networking amongst mayors, and also talk to us about some of the benefits that you see from these type of connections.
Well, I always believe that someone else's challenges can provide a solution to the other one. So problems are not unique to certain local authorities, but something I'm challenged with as a mayor of Walvis Bay. The mayor of, for example, Marinta might have answered for my challenge. So it's a platform where we can really just assist each other as mayors and work together for a common purpose and finding ideas and solutions to each other's problems.
Right. And what common challenges would you say mayors from different regions are facing currently, and how can the forum help to address the challenges?
Well, I think the basic problem we do have as mayors is that there's no proper decentralization in Namibia. Mayors are faced with problems like the bureaucratic processes of the central government, and this problem was faced by all mayors regardless of political affiliation. I've seen mayors of all parties being stressed about the processes in government taking too long, government not really facilitating delivery of services to local authorities. And the mayor of Windhoek, the CEO of Windhoek once said, Mr. Machai, local authority is second to none. So there is a long-standing reform paper that was drafted, and Alan is also championing this reform paper, but nothing is happening. This reform paper really carries all the challenges of local authorities, and it has been with the ministry for ages now, and nothing is being done about it.
So, Mayor Forbes, would you say you have, or have you by any chance encountered any innovative solutions or projects from other municipalities that you believe could be beneficial for your own town, Walvis Bay?
Well, I think it's just the way that certain local authorities deal with land delivery issues. And I think we are privileged now to have the current one of the managers that worked at the municipality of Trevino, Mr. Erickson. He's currently at Walvis Bay Municipality serving as the GM of the properties department. And he's bringing a lot of new innovative ideas to Walvis Bay and how we can really facilitate land delivery, for example. Also, our new CEO has also come on board, Mrs. Victoria Kapenda, and she's brought a wealth of knowledge as a CEO. And we can really see things in Walvis Bay moving forward. But in essence, mayors and local authorities are really crippled due to the lack of really support from local government, if I can say that, on the way things are taking so long to happen. And I really believe that we should look at giving more authority to local authorities to do things, because if we have to wait for approval from the line ministry, it takes forever.
Mm-hmm. And obviously, communities are very important. How can mayors effectively engage their communities in discussions and outcomes that were made at this forum?
Well, local authorities are the closest form of government to the people, and mayors in particular. So when I got into office, I adopted open door policy. I resigned my day job and I committed myself to the position of being the mayor of Walvis Bay. And I think that just by implementing some of the things that we do pick up at the forum, the knowledge that we shared, implementing it and also bringing it to the council meetings, that is how we can really inform the public on what we're doing. Also making use of media platforms like this one, for example. This one brings the information to the people of our different communities. But what people don't want talks, they want action, they want to see things happen. And if they see things happen, their faith in local authority is restored.
Mm-hmm. So finally, Mayor, what would be your call to action, to fellow mayors as well as to local authority leaders following this forum?
Well, I do believe that we should stand together as one. I'm looking at the associations, for example, ALAN, the Association for Local Authorities, and Law also, that the Mayors Forum, these three entities, maybe it is time that we structure one umbrella organization for both these, for all three of these organizations, so we can really have a sit down with government and see how we can have the reform paper, some of those things mentioned in the reform paper implemented to really fast their service delivery for local authorities.
Mm-hmm. Well, Mayor, I just forgot to ask you, the forum, obviously, is it an annual thing, or how often or how frequent will it be taking place now that it has been revived?
The Mayors Forum has an executive committee. It's been arrived a few years ago since I took over office. The executive committee must sit at least 4 times a year. I know that's also a challenge to come together as the EXCO. This Walvis Bay, Swakopmund, and Windhoek, being part of our municipalities, form part of the executive committee by provision of the Namibian Mayors Forum's constitution. But we need to do a little bit more revision on our constitution. Also, I am no longer the president of the Mayors Forum, and the mayor of Ontia is no longer the vice president. The two of us decided this time around not to stand for those positions. So the EXCO needs to meet at least 4 times a year. What we did as a Mayors Forum, I think last year it was, that we donated some funds to the Windhoek Central Hospital or Windhoek Artura Hospital as being the only referral hospital in the country. So we thought it wise to make a generous donation to the hospital. So these are some of the things that mayors can really come together and do, and also share knowledge. Some of us, for example, at this meeting, we brought the people from the environmental organization called ICLI and COMSA to the forum to talk to some of the mayors on how they can obtain membership and how they can be exposed to grant funding, like the one that I received from Bloomberg Ventures, $1 million that facilitated youth climate funding. So these are some of the things we want to bring to our mayors.